1987 Federal Express St. Jude Classic. For more than 30 years, Colonial Country Club in Memphis, home to the Federal Express St. Jude Classic, has witnessed its share of history. None more famous than a Friday afternoon in June of 1977. Al Geiberger made PGA Tour history when he shot an incredible round of 59, the first player ever to accomplish the feat in competition. 11 birdies, an eagle, and only 23 putts. Sports Illustrated called it one of the most significant athletic achievements of the century.
There's hardly a day goes by that I don't talk about Memphis and the 59, because somebody will say, "Oh, you shot 59," or "Where did you shoot that 59?" And you know, so the word Memphis comes in there. So I could say Memphis is a pretty firm word in my vocabulary.
Memphis, Tennessee, the gateway to the South, plays host to the PGA Tour and the Federal Express St. Jude Classic. Colonial Country Club, one of the longest layouts on tour, at 7,282 yards, is the tournament venue. The par 72 design has water hazards on 8 of the last 9 holes. The wicked water has been a catalyst for many memorable finishes. In 1960, legendary Ben Hogan, in a bid to win his final career event, lost in a playoff to Tommy Bolt. In 71, Lee Trevino won his first Memphis trophy and kicked off a year of prestigious victories that included the U.S., British, and Canadian Opens. He captured the 72 and 80 Memphis Opens as well. At the 86 Classic, third-year pro Mike Hulbert finally broke through with his first win, but not without a fight from his boyhood friend, turned fierce adversary Joey Sindelar. Sindelar's 6-foot par putt at 18 gave him a one-shot lead over the still-playing Hulbert. The East Tennessee State All-American pulled out all the stops on the 548-yard final hole. After laying up, Hulbert pitched to within 2 feet of the cup. He holed out for his clutch birdie and his long-awaited first tour victory. Fuzzy, who had just taken the lead with a birdie at 13, is in the deep rough off the tee at the par 4 14. Ken Venturi with the call.
He has got 155 yards. So
that's a long 155 uphill like that.
You bet it is. Trying to take it up and over the trees. You see him helping it up there a little bit. And the rate he's going, he doesn't want to make a bogey now. He's got it on a roll. So from where he was, he leaves the shore of the green, but from there, a very excellent shot.
I think if you try to tell the story of this tournament so far, it would have to be the heat. It has really been oppressive. With the humidity and the heat combined today, it's up about 110 or 111 degrees.
That's Curtis Strange there from 155 yards. I believe what happened is that with Fuzzy, that was a little bit long at 155 than what we're told, because he just came out of his shoes and he still left it about 10 yards short of the green.
After leaving his third shot short, Fuzzy has this 20-footer for par to maintain his one-shot advantage.
And he just has come up. He'll drop back to 9, and that will put him in a 4-way tie for first place. This is Curtis Strange now for birdie. Just about 10 feet. This is very, very makeable. Ooh.
Ken, that putt just does not break. I don't care what you say. That putt will not break from right there.
Well,
as he found out, and I missed the same putt to par.
You convinced me. I just saw it.
Following pars at 15, Strange and Zeller arrive on the tee at the par 5 16.
16th hole, 548 yards, par 5. 90-degree angle to the fairway, left to right, down the hill. That's perfect. Now there's a grass slide there. If it gets a little farther, not going to do it.
Andy Dillard, a 1985 Q School graduate with a 3-iron at the par 3 15. A 30-footer for birdie and a share of the lead.
Curtis is at the top of this grass slide. He will hit towards that bunker you saw. Probably hitting about a 5-iron, 6-iron layup, I would guess. way he's hanging on, he thinks it's to the right. That's perfect position. For Hulbert, what do we look for from Fuzzy here? 235 yards.
Probably a hard 1-iron and bring it from right to left and keep it right if you aren't going to make good contact. It's right
to left off that line. Get up. That is a difficult shot. A 1-iron off a downhill, left to right, 235 yards with a 1-iron. Let's go back to 15.
Andy Dillard, with his unusual crouch but very effective putting method, has this to move into a tie for the lead.
He'll tap that in for par to remain 1 shot behind the leaders. Green, Strange, and Zeller tied at 9 under. Strange for birdie in the lead. He runs it by, and he'll remain at 9 under.
Fuzzy Zeller for a par. Second shot with a 1-iron in the water. Currently tied, Hulbert Green, Curtis Strange. It's not going to get there. Well, it's 2 bogeys in the last 3 holes. It's getting warm. But believe me, it won't bother Fuzzy at all.
Ahead at 18, first-round leader Russ Cochran. This for birdie and a share of the lead.
Right in the back. So he joins the leaders.
Fine round of 68.
Dillard second at the par 5 16th.
That overquack there, that's to the right, it looks like. It's a tough fairway to hit right there.
Let's go out to the action at 17.
With the co-leader Curtis Strange, who has got 160 yards to the flagstick. There's not a breath of wind blowing. J. Don Blake has hit a 7-iron from 175 yards. This is probably a 7-iron too, I would think. Over a ravine to the Plateau Green at the same level as he is at the moment. That huge bunker. Yawning on the right-hand side. Good shot by Curtis, right in the center of the green.
Back at 16, Andy Dillard's birdie putt, right in the hole. He goes to 9 under, and there's a logjam atop the leaderboard. 17, Zeller's third from the green side bunker. Puts himself in good position to save par.
18 to par 5. Mike Donald, Tim Simpson, Tom Purser, and Mike Donald for birdie.
He quietly moved up the leaderboard today, started at 5 under. This is to go 9 under and take a share of the lead with Hulbert Green, Russ Cochran, and Curtis Strange.
And now Andy Dillard. And now Mike Donald.
There we go.
Strange at 17 with the birdie opportunity to take the lead. Just slides by. He'll remain 9 under.
This to remain at 8 under through the 17th. Putting has been his problem. That was a good-looking stroke. That was a firm. He gave that one.
Down at the finishing hole, 18. Curtis Strange is going to be next to hit from 245 yards out.
Trying to bring it right to left. He's going to leave it out a little bit to the right, but that looks pretty good right there. He will take that. Took the water out of play and left himself about 45 feet away.
Andy Dillard has this chance to break that tie as he putts for a birdie. It's not as fast as the players think down there. In fact, we've seen several putts left short down the slope. So he will remain almost certainly tied at 9 under par with Green, Cochran, Donald, and Strange. Over to the 18th.
Now Fuzzy. 235.
Yeah. He's going right at it. He's going to be right at the flag, though. Come down. Come down. Oh. That's the advantage of Bermuda, Pat. That ball
square grooves in my woods.
Hung up.
Sheepers.
Fuzzy said he'd rather be in the bunker. I think he just has to pop this on the green. He'll break from right to left and downhill. Just feed it right down the hill.
Just like that. That might go in.
I don't believe he could have gotten a bunker shot any closer than that,
I don't think so.
Strange with an eagle attempt at 18 to take a 2-shot lead. He's just short, but the birdie gives him the clubhouse lead at 10 under par.
Well, you had a chance to separate yourself from the field out there today. In fact, you know, you're talking about good putters, but how about Curtis Strange?
Well, I make my share once in a while. I grew up on this type of grass. I've always putted well here at Memphis, but I enjoy it, and I don't know. We got to wait and see what goes on tomorrow.
All right, thank you. Pat?
All right, here's Andy Dillard.
That is such a true statement, Pat. It is much easier to go from Bermuda grass to bent grass and from bent to Bermuda. I was raised on bent grass, and I always found Bermuda very difficult to putt. Putt almost like Curtis Strange. It's very difficult to get all the way to the hole. And another one, almost identical spot. A little bit short, a little bit left. But I think that's very makeable, and he will jump into a tie with Curtis Strange at 10 under par. So at the end of the day, we will have two leaders, Pat, Curtis Strange and Andy Dillard.
With a lot of people still, with tomorrow's final round to come, a lot of people with a very legitimate chance to catch those leaders and win the tournament.
After 3 rounds, Strange and Dillard lead the pack by 1. An exciting Sunday shaping up at the 1987 Federal Express St. Jude Classic, a PGA Tour Classic.